Yo, alright, welcome to the game. This is from before, don't worry. Well, my FPS lost move. Alright, so I'm gonna head off to the. Head off to the main spawn, loading, there we go. Off we go, time to Naruto run. Gotta go fast, alright. Let me load up the Baneblade. This is some other shit I've been working on. Just some test shit. Alright, so here's the main outline. This is my Baneblade. It's a bit ugly, it's a bit underwhelming, and a bit out of the comparison. This is the Mark III, the latest variant. I tried making it as detailing as the original sources. It looks more like a fat person trying to look like a skinny person. But it's okay. Uh, Originally it's where's the Mark 1? Mark 1's here somewhere. It's my Lehman Russ I made. I tried making a bolt gun in the game, didn't go well. Yeah. Where is it? I think I may have actually deleted Mark 1 at one point. Let's look it up. Yes, here's the Mark 1. So, wait, no. Oh yeah, this was the Mark 1. Now it's a accidental, I actually see it as a chimera, which I tried making. So, whoops. This was like an issue I had, which a very nice guy helped me fix out. But yeah, this is the Mark II, this is the original one, and the reason why I made a Mark II is because the gun is apparently not meant to be centered. I found this out the hard way after watching Hell's Reach for like the 10th time, because I fucking love it. And this happened. So what I decided to do was make a Mark III, because fuck it, why not? The difference between this one and the Mark 1 was the fact that the Mark 1 had the actual scales, because each block in this game is a 25 by 25, is a 25 meter, 25 cubic centimeter of, you could say, solid steel, which is fucking overkill and pretty much equal to armor in 40k, or at least in superstructure and the actual hull. But yeah, steel, very nice. It works, completely works fine. I gave this bland paint job because I wanted to do that. Not as impressive as, you know, give me a second. Not as impressive as the Mark III, which I'm more proud of. So the Mark 1, sorry, Mark 2, Mark 2, sorry, is, well, powered by, powered by twin large engine, and it works like that. So basically, what you get in is you do this, you press this, you press this, and that's about it. You have this little spotter seat, which is pretty nifty, pretty fucking easy to say. You have your targeting camera. Try to make this nice and fancy. There's the Canon. It's the targeting camera, so you can do that. You control the camera and shit, and all the other stuff with your key and mouse. You press tab to go in that, and it works. Just try not to do it too low, because it fucks with the engine. It's something else. And then you put on infrared, which is shit, and you put on the zoom, which is great for zooming on arseholes and naked women. So yeah, that's the turret. Not much else to say about it. So yeah, down here you go. You have, give me a sec. Down here you have what's supposed to be thick doorway into the actual hole, but because I fucked up the turret, I gotta turn around the fucking turret. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Into the superstructure. So here's the command room. It does nothing. Everything looks cool, and it helps hides the engines. So I put that there. Each side has access to the Swanson turrets. Here, this is where the tracks clip through because physics, and it's a bit hard to make them work in the game. So yeah, this is one of the Swanson kits. This is the last stuff. This is the heavy bolt control, last gun control. In lore, the same operator operates both the heavy bolter and the last cannon. So here you just do this, you control the turrets, and it works pretty nifty. A bit slow to turn, but hey, it works. And then when you're done with this, you just switch to turret, which you can only see in tab. one of the issues with the Mark II is, you know, that. Also, I was still learning shit, so yeah. Um, yeah, also, these lag the fuck out of the game, so yeah. Here's the demolition cannon. Here's a ammo ladder, which you can see more of downstairs. Here's where you control the, what do you call it? This is where you control the front heavy motor. Pretty nifty, pretty useless, couldn't care much about it. Oh wait, no, that's not that. This is the demolition cannon, if I recall. Let me check. Yes, it is. If you can see down here, this is where the demolition cannon is basically a giant fuck-off mortar. Yeah, pretty nice. So that's like the second deck done. You go down here to the first deck. Oh, no, this is technically more as the second deck. You got beds in here. When you're done from on your never-ending shift, you can disconnect from your seat and take a rest. Here's where ammo would be stored for the demolition cannon. This is where all the engine are, double engines, bunch of gearboxes, fire equipment, we blow up the engines, and all the fucking fuel tanks. Problem with fuel tanks is they're fucking useless. Yeah. So you go through here, into here, and now you have the front control. This here controls the, what you call it? This here controls the front motor. You go up, you go down, you go darker, you got infrared, and that's pretty nifty. Here you have light glow-in-the-dark dials, they're great. Engine 1, Engine 2 fuel, they have separate fuel tanks. Speed, bearing, clutch, which is a fucking useless feature, I never wish I had it, but I was doing that. Emergency startup, there's a backup battery in case your batteries go pop. Engine temps, engine RPM, these means if these light up, means your engine's gonna blow up, so yeah, pretty useful. Just to demonstrate, these do turn on, you gotta turn on, nice big screen, you got the engines, yeah, there's always the issue with engine 1 having higher RPM, engine 2 having less RPM, which is why I switched to one engine on the Mark III, so that works, and as you can see, we are driving. We look cool as shit. So yeah, pretty nice. That's the Mark II. Now if we go to the Mark III, I'm gonna paint it, ugly as fuck, but yeah. What do the Mark II and Mark I both have in common? Is, well, two things. First thing is being I made these double thick, but I modified the Mark III so it's a lot more thicker, denser, and gives it a more overall appeal. Or if you look from this angle, it looks like a giant fuck off tank you don't want to fuck with. And the Mark, the other thing the Mark II and III have in common is the fact that I upped the scale of the original schematics of the Baneblade by 1.5. So basically this is 50% bigger than what it should be. Although it's a low break, it's cool as fuck, it works, and yeah. Yeah, so here is the radar. I wish I could do something better for it, but that's how the game works. And if here, this is all the logic coding from brakes, headlights, engine control, yada yada, to the radio control, which probably doesn't even fucking work, but hey, it'll work, it's great for RP. And yeah, lots of shit. It also makes my system lag a lot because of all the shit that goes on. So yeah, Mark III, different ladder position because I just fucking hate it going the other way. But yeah, little turrets, big gun. Yeah, so I'm gonna do an inside tour first because there's two ways, well, three ways to get into the Baneblade. There's up here, there's the front seat, and there's the hatch over here. So over here, you do this, and here you can get your little hub. Here you have radio, you transmit, this is where you, all the other shit which I've never bothered to implant. This is radar range, you activate your radar. This blue line indicates where your turret is facing compared to your vehicle, so I'll demonstrate now. So if you look at the blue line, if I turn the turret to the left, you can see for sure it's on its left, facing like pretty much 90 degrees to your left. It's pretty much 90 degrees to your left. Great reference point for where it be turret. If you detect an arsehole in front of you, you can turn the turret around, aim it for sure at the arsehole, turn on your camera, put it in the zoom, and then bang, they're dead. Yeah, turn off the radar, and then you got your look about, you say, hey look, it's a heretic, blam him, and he's dead, pretty much. So yeah, down here, I use a different system for the elevator gun, by the way. So before, I used two electric motors. Here I use a hydraulic piston. It's completely fucking broken. It doesn't want to be very specific because of weird tension things, but it works for the most part. Um, yeah. So here is the inside. I made it try as compact as possible, and this is what you get because of it. This is a seat. I want to have like an engine mounted point, but you know, um, I've completely forgot about it. Up here is a ladder. It goes nowhere, because if you try going out through here, you realize you can't leave the tank, because it just doesn't want to fucking let you, because the game's fucking retarded at times. So you just look at a nice starry sky, and get an imagination of, you know, what it looks like to be outside instead of being stuck in this tank. So yeah, there we go. That's that done. So here is the side sponson. You go for your crawl space. You close the door because fuck heretics coming in. This is where the speakers would be. This is where the track is, so mind your head. So yeah, here's your 2x2 monitor. It works. It sucks. Yeah, so here's your camera. Here's your IR. It works. So yeah, this is your bolter. They have much higher speed and all that. Now what I've done is I coded it so you can press this button and then you switch to the last turret. As you can see, I'm right here. It's a bit wonky. I need to switch the gears up, but they're cool, and it looks like you know, they ever got out of a sci-fi film, so it works mostly. Yeah. So that's great. You go out, and it's the same on the other side. You just go through here and there. Not sure what to do with this space. In here is a demolition cannon. Basically, you get an order from a guy. You say, aim the fucking gun. You elevate it, and then you go kablam. Yeah, and then they're dead. This is a restriction on it, so you can't just kill it. And it goes up a bit, but that's about it. Yeah. This is like the entire second deck. Nothing else. Down below is nothing, nothing, and this. This is the front gunner seat. You can look through here. You can look through here. You can blast heretics. And there you go, job done. I was going to make this a command center, but I just got off Stormworks at this point. I wanted something more difficult because I was getting really into radar making. So yeah, this is a bitch to get off. Thank you Stormworks, by the way, for making such a fucking hard time trying to get onto a fucking different platform. There you go. Yeah, so that's the entire inside of the structure. Oh, there's also... can't we access the engines? No, we can't actually, because I sealed them off, I think. Did I? Let me check. Yes, I did. So, yeah, basically you can't see the engines, but I'll give you a quick preview. Pick a little fans-only loot sneak peek. So here's nothing. Here's an engine. Yeah, that's it. That's about it. This is what you call it. So just to balance things out, you have the turret on this side over here. I put a big old fuck off battery on this side. The generator here, the gearbox stuff, which I did nothing because I was experimenting with how the game works. And basically, if you have a 1:1 gear ratio, just all you have to do is reverse gear ratio, and then you're good. Big fuck off engine. All of this space, all of that space, all of this space over here, all fuel. It's literally all fuel. This is my this is how basically my supercharger it just exhausts out of the fucking what you call it exhaust, so we get a bit smoky. Yeah, we're all good to go. Air intake, basically supercharging it. This is a cooling pump, so we achieve a high RPS and giant fuck off engine, which we do to get good speeds. It stops us from going pop. Now what we do is to break the game is we have this little export thing with this little intake thing. Basically, water spawns in here. Water is then sucked out through there, cold as ice, and then dropped in here hot as you know, steam. However, because the game doesn't measure, oh for fuck's sake, because the steam doesn't the water doesn't measure at about how cold it is, or how warm or cold it is, it's basically ice fucking cold, so I'm cheating the game. But you know what? Fuck the developers for not having a better cooling method than this, so it's their own fault. Anyway, so that's the engine. Yeah, now time to drive this bad boy. Give me a second. Yeah. There's a big old fuck off Baneblade. We climb up the ladder. I always love doing this part. It feels like walking on like a pirate shit. So you go down here, you get caught on the fucking guns, you get down here, and there you go. So this is the hatch. It turns on the monitor as well. Your ignition, your engine. This is like, you know, fuel pumps and all that stuff because they consume electricity. This is all wrong. This is meant to be blue. This is meant to be this is battery. This is meant to be red. That's also meant to be yellow, and this is meant to be blue. This is fine though. That's the temperature. This is the speed. Reverse brakes. That's about it. No clutches lever because all you have to do is put a 0.5 and the engine's fine. So yeah. So now we get going. Opa. We're on our how's the song go? We're on our trip with our favorite rocket ship. Go to Terra now. Da-na-na. And yeah, this is how the tanks work. As you can see, to reserve a big fuck of load of fuel is because we are guzzling through it. Imagine how long that would last in an hour, raw time. So yeah, we're just turning the engines, turning around, pop the engine, yada yada. And that's basically my Baneblade. It's an economic failure, it's a waste of money, but it looks cool as shit, it's my favorite tank, in fiction. And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye. Oh, and praise the Emperor.